What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Two Guys One Week podcast. My name is Tyler Plack, and I'll be your host today. Thank you. You're all too kind. And alongside me, as usual, my co-host. He is the aide to the illustrious potentate, Mr. Alex Smith.
Hello. And then Tyler, we got ourselves. I'm gonna take a page out of your book, okay? Okay, so we got our guest. He's stuck in my shadow. He's commonly mistaken as my son. He's my baby Waddle. Colt Smith.
What up?
So just to preface things real quick, we know last episode we hyped up a fantastic upcoming special guest on the pod.
Colt.
Yeah, Colt was not the expected guest.
We'll
Sorry,
take it.
Colt.
We'll take it.
Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So before we get started real quick, guys, this is in fact an adult podcast. This is our 10th episode, and if you can't tell by the title, Shooting the Shit. Yeah, we may use foul language, talk about adult topics, and overall not really care if people like us or agree with us. So if any of this offends you in any way, shape, or form, please, and we cannot stress this enough, please go find another podcast to listen to. Thank you. Goodbye. But yeah, and Colt, talking to your mic because we can't hardly hear you there, big dog.
I'm talking.
He's quiet, y'all. So, Alex, what do we got on the old docket this week?
This week's a little different. Actually, a lot different than all our other ones. We got our 1 week segment, and Colt's gonna add his in. I don't know.
Yep.
Interested to see how that goes. And then shoot the shit. So we're just gonna be BSing for an hour.
Yep. We're just gonna sit around and just talk.
And then Tyler's illustrious
You're shitting me.
situation of the week. So nothing too crazy this week. Just some good times.
Some good old-fashioned Funneroni and cheese. So, Alex, moving into the 1 week segment, I say we let our guest start off today. I think the child, the minor, should start off. So, Colt, why don't you go ahead and give us what did you do this past week? Well, first off, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your favorite color, your shoe size, why you're in the shower for an hour at a time.
All right. I don't take hour showers. All right.
And what you did over the last week.
All right. That's not funny. I've never took an hour shower.
58 minutes.
No.
Oh.
All right. I'm Alex's brother. All right. What was
That's
that?
me.
Tuesday we had the game. What was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, started pitcher. Sat probably like 55 the whole game. Terrible game.
Do you get shelled?
No, not really. Like 2
Lots
hits.
of balls.
Oh, so you didn't throw strikes.
Like what? 5 Ks maybe?
Something like that.
It wasn't that bad, but terrible team.
It's okay. Did you guys win?
Yeah, like 14-3.
Yep.
Oh, they were bad.
Yeah, they're a 1A. Yeah, they're a 1A school.
Okay.
So we'll give them some.
So they have 9 kids on their team.
I mean, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Exactly 9. Yeah. We haven't had baseball for like 5 days because it's got canceled, so I haven't done much except sleep all week. I went over to a golf outing today.
Ooh, how was that?
It was good. Sat at a table for like 3 hours. Played the front 9.
Did you shake people's hands? Tell them thank you for coming?
Yeah.
What was the golf outing for?
My travel baseball team.
Did you say shake babies and kiss hands? I like it. I mean, who doesn't like shaking a baby? Just, yeah. Kidding.
We don't condone that.
No, we don't. Not at all. We don't condone shaking anyone or anything except for a little bit of ass.
I was waiting to see what Colt's reaction was.
Anywho.
All right, what else? You got anything else, Colt?
Nope, not
Fucking
much.
boring ass.
Two under on the front nine. A great day.
2 under the front nine. Were you putting?
No, I wasn't putting. I was playing white tees.
It was a scramble.
Oh.
Yeah, if Colt was 2 under through 9, I'd say forget baseball, go golf.
Yeah, no shit.
No, Colt hasn't learned from me yet.
It was just my 2 other baseball players on my team, so it wasn't like we had like a crazy team.
That's fair. Alrighty. Alex, do you want to go or you want me to go? Who do you want to crescendo this?
I'll go ahead and go.
Okay, I'll be our crescendo. It's a big word. Look it up.
No, I'm just kidding. So, like he said, well, Monday I didn't do anything. I don't remember anything from Monday. Just school. Tuesday, we had the game, and I quickly realized that going to this school, which is in our Are they in our conference? No, they're not in our conference. They're not that well. You wouldn't think they're that far away.
They're far.
It's It's over an hour to get there.
Oh,
I could be almost to your house. Well, not your house. Almost.
You can make it up to Indy.
Yeah, in that time that it takes to get there, and it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. I saw where it was.
Yeah, so that's my rant. That is a terrible weekday. That's any time game to go to, but especially a weekday.
Weekday special.
Yeah, Wednesday I started building a new glove.
Ooh, you're in the market.
You're always in the market.
I'm not, dude. I'm not a big glove builder guy. So I've got my 3, and I'm happy with my 3.
Oh, I am.
I know.
So I'm just waiting on it. I'm waiting to find like the one when I play, like when I'm playing with the
playing with it and you
customizer.
see it. See, here's the thing, Alex. If you didn't build so many gloves, you'd have more money for fishing stuff.
I already have a ton of fishing stuff.
You need more. You always need more fishing stuff, bro.
I need to get Colt a push button.
Yeah. Colt, I'll sell you mine for $80.
Holy!
Yeah.
It only cost me $30.
I'm nice with the baitcaster though.
No, you're not. I heard Alex had to cut all the line off his spool when he did it.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Legend has it.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. If you guys follow me on my socials, you'll see I went to the Dayton Dragons game on Wednesday also.
Ooh, and if they don't, Alex, where can they follow you on socials?
Oh, I don't even know what my socials are. Alex Smith on Facebook.
Okay, look up Alex Smith because there's not like 8 billion of that.
You just gotta scroll.
That'll be easy to find.
I think you see me and Tucker. Let's plug it real quick. Hold on.
Everyone search Alex Smith on Facebook right now. Fucking let's see what happens. I'm sure because I'm friends with you on Facebook, you'll be like the first one to pop up. Yeah. But I bet like 811 other people would.
I've Googled myself before and that's what it was.
Ooh, a raisin. Dude, I bit into this thing as a chocolate chip cookie. It was fucking oatmeal raisin. Not mad, just I was intrigued.
Yeah. My Twitter /X is CincyFan99. CINCY fan.
Okay. Xbox 360 gamer tag.
I'm pretty sure that was like my Xbox. I don't have anything on TikTok, but that's Alex Smith 4561.
Okay.
Instaham is Smitty_2424.
Okay. Quit playing with your balls.
Yeah. All right. So we went to the Dragons game. One, because baseball is baseball. We love baseball.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Second of all, they were playing the Whitecaps, which has Max Clark on it. So we got to go see Max Clark play.
How was that?
It was cool. He's leadoff. He's DH.
So
First pitch of the game, base hit up the middle.
Ooh, very nice.
Then later, almost hit one out. WTP.
Ooh. Fun fact about the Dayton Dragons. You know what? I told you I listened to that podcast, Tackle Talk, the bass fishing one.
Yeah.
The guy who runs it, Andrew Hayes, is like their director of like marketing or some shit.
That's pretty cool.
He lives in like Kettering, is what he said. Which, for those of you who don't know, is just kind of a suburb of Dayton.
Yeah, basically.
If you're not up to date on your Dayton geography.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah. Surprised you're not.
I always am.
But yeah, he did good. It was cool. And Colt can confirm with me is the seats we were at was probably one of the coolest seats I've sat in for a baseball game.
Really? Where were you at?
Best seats in the house right there.
Yeah, we were out in right field.
Okay.
Like, kind of by the foul line, but like in fair territory. And they were bar stool seats.
Oh, that's cool.
You had a little, I wouldn't even say a table. It was like one of those.
It's like a little ledge.
Yeah. And then you had bar stools with like a back to them. Yeah, that's the view.
Oh, very nice. That's cool. That's really cool. If you can't see it, that means you're not watching the podcast, and that's your cue to watch us on Spotify and or YouTube.
Pause and switch over. Other than that, it was really cool. I liked seeing Max Clark, and then Dayton Dragons games were very interesting.
What is Dayton Double A?
They're high A.
Single A, yeah.
Oh, they're high A? I thought they're bigger than that.
No, the Lookouts.
Who's their affiliate?
The Reds.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I feel like I should have.
Yeah, come on. Figure
My
it out.
bad. Not up to date on my Cincinnati Reds.
One fun thing is the pro shop was the most glaze of Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, I'm sure. It was just all Ellie.
Pro shop. Almost.
I'm sure.
Other than that, Friday.
I'm sure he played there for like 2 games. And like, we need every shirt.
He's famous now. Friday, I went to a Bass Pro Outdoor World, and oh my.
How was that? Was that your first time?
That was my first time in any Bass Pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought about buying a boat just to say I beat you to buying a boat.
Yep.
Not a good financial decision, but it would have been funny.
I'd have been mad. But then I would have had a boat to go out on.
True.
You know they say what the best kind of boat is, Alex?
Your friend's boat.
Your friend's boat.
Yep.
Yep.
Firm believer in that.
Oh yeah, that's why I can't wait to get one.
I didn't get much. I got a new box, like tackle box.
You got some box?
I got some box. I got a tackle box and like 3 lures. That's it.
Okay, very nice. We're going to talk some fishing today, I think. I think that'll be part of our shooting the shit days. We'll talk some
Colt
fishing.
knows all about fishing.
Colt knows so much about fishing.
And then
Colt's
Saturday,
like, what's a fish?
Saturday I didn't have the baby, so I was fishing almost all day. It was probably 4 or 5 hours.
Catch anything?
I got 5 total, all bass.
Ooh.
They weren't. None of them were really that big. And then I called you, but not expecting it. I saw a koi fish in the pond that I was fishing.
Yep.
I was not expecting that at all.
Yep, they'll get you. Yep. Say the carp always shock me out here because you'll be walking, they'll just make a huge splash because they're right up on the bank, and you'll be like, "Wow, what the fuck?" And there's just a ginormous carp right there. Like, oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. He's just you just see a bright orange spot in the water. Whoa.
Yep. We had those. I think I told you back at our old place down on the south side. We had koi in one of our ponds down there. We also had albino catfish.
Interesting. The one that I caught and sent you a picture of was super white, but I think that's just because of the weather.
Yeah, they do that in the winter.
But that, and then today went to church. I made some chicken.
You went to church?
Went to church.
I didn't know you went to church.
Yep. We used to go all the time, and then Shell wants us to start going a lot more now.
Valid. I've looked at going. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
And then Colt was at his friend's house that plays on the travel team, and they went to the outing and stuff. But so I had to go get him. I had to go be his dad.
Yeah.
I thought Bro could drive.
Not by himself.
Well, that's true. He hits mailboxes.
No, bro.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Colt's like, oh god, they're gonna out everything about me now to all my friends.
Well, yeah. He didn't know.
So
this is actually...
So I know the one. Shout out to Carson because he always likes all of our stuff on social media. So thank you, Carson.
Yeah, this is actually the roast of Colt Smith. This isn't just a regular pod.
Oh yeah.
Colt just leaves.
Dude, he gone.
But yeah, that's all. I mean, it wasn't too crazy. Oh, I tried to go to the races Saturday and it got rained out, so that's why I fished a bunch.
Yeah, me too.
I know you because you had posted some on your story yesterday or Friday about going to the races, and I was like,
Yes.
if I wasn't working, I would.
Yeah, I was trying to get a bunch of people to go.
Yeah, I would have gone.
But yeah, it got canceled due to the rain. So
Dumb.
we'll try again next week.
Yup.
What about you? What did you do this week?
Oh, dude, it's been a fucking week. So, Saturday. So we recorded last episode on Friday. On Saturday, I worked, and after work, we drove out to St. Louis, and we were out there for my grandfather's funeral, which was Monday. Very nice service. They did the military honors in it, which is the part that always gets me, just because it's a very, as I'm sure you guys experienced, a very powerful moment. It's very calming but powerful. So yeah, but we had that service. It was very interesting, and you were just talking about church. So when we showed up to the cemetery for the actual service, this service was held in the cemetery. We show up there, it's like freezing cold and windy and cloudy and really a bad day. You're freezing cold outside, and they do the whole service, and in a Jewish funeral, they actually lowered the casket into the ground while you're there, and then you actually help to bury. It's part of like the process.
Yeah.
And as they start lowering the casket, it's very interesting. Like the weather just flipped, and it went from like cloudy and windy and like felt like 34 to it was sunny and felt like 70, and it was like super warm. We're like, interesting. So, but yeah, that part is pretty cool. Let's see. After that, didn't really do too much rest that day. Tuesday, drove back home here. Wednesday, so I was on bereavement leave for 3 days. So Wednesday, I played golf. Shot a legitimate 91 and was a couple, if I would have locked in on a few holes away from like an 87 or an 88. So I was very proud of myself. And it was at a course I'd never played before. Ran into an absolute fucking douchebag of a course worker.
Ooh. I want to hear about this.
Yeah, I haven't told anyone this one yet because I thought I wanted to save it for here. So if I get to the course, so it's fucking 10:30 tee time. So I show up about 9:20 because I'm like, I'm gonna go hit a couple balls on the range, get myself loose, go chip and putt, and be ready to go at 10:30. Show up, go get the cart, and I'm like, there's no fucking range. It's an hour and 10 minutes early, and there's no fucking range. So when I walk into the pro shop, if I can get the golf cart key and check in, there's a sign on the door that says cart path only. List off like 6 holes, right? I sat there and read them and was like, okay, it's this hole, whatever, right? Try and remember them. And I go out and chip, and about fucking 9:40, the course is dead. I'm like, I'm not going to sit around here for fucking 50 more minutes, right? I'm just going to go play. So I go hop on the course, and I get to hole 1. And on hole 1's a big sign at the tee box. This hole is cart path only. Okay. So I keep car on the cart path. Go play my hole, whatever. I'm going through, and I get onto hole 5, and it's and I remember this hole very fucking distinctly because I was trying, the tee box was lower in elevation than the fairway. So I was almost fucking hitting uphill. And so I'm looking really hard at the diagram of the course on the tee sign to try and figure out what my shot's going to be. And I stood there for a good couple minutes at this tee box. And it's a dogleg right, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to aim out over this tree, right? And so I hit a really nice tee shot. It was probably like a 290 or 295, fucking dead down, and it landed dead in the fucking center of the fairway. Fucking excellent shot. And so I drive out and park up next to my ball, and fucking I hit my shot, and after I hit my shot, I turned around, and a course worker pulls up, and he's on his gator. And as someone who worked 4 years in golf course maintenance, I have encountered many golfers who have not followed the rules of the golf course, right? Keep in mind, I'm fucking in the center of the fairway. The fairway's dry, and I'm about 100 yards from the green, okay? And he pulls up and goes, "You can't be on the fairway." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that." He goes, "Well, there's a sign at the tee box." Like he's sitting there fucking smoking a cigarette, real grumpy. He's like 70. And I looked at him, I said, "Well, sir, I hate to tell you this, but no, there isn't. I was just at the tee box, and there was no sign there." He goes, "Well, there's a sign at the clubhouse." I said, "Yeah, I saw the sign at the clubhouse. I tried to remember the numbers. I've been following the tee box signs as I go along. I'm sorry I couldn't remember those numbers from an hour and a half ago." "Well, you can't be on the fairway," and drives off. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I drove out at 90 degrees, parked on the fairway 100 yards from the fucking green, hit my shot, and drove off. Like, obviously, you don't give enough of a shit about the course conditions because you don't have, like, sand bottles on the golf cart so I can fix my divots, right? I mean, obviously, you don't give enough of a shit for that. So what the fuck? He was just a crotchety old bitch. So, I played pretty well that day, had a fuck ton of fun. Came home, fished. Worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today. So I worked 4 days straight, and I still work another 6 days. So I work Monday through Saturday coming up. So, yeah. Fished a lot, bought some new fishing lures. Dick's Sporting Goods had a deal. It was buy 3, get 5 free on Guggen baits. So I spent a little money on those. And while I was in there, they also had a deal on buy 3, get 3 free for Zoom trick worms. And so I got 6 total packs of new trick worms from Zoom, which I was fishing with those things. I told you this earlier. I didn't tell you much about it. I outfished a guy and kind of showed a guy up today. So I went out back to fish the pond behind, and I'm out there. I'm just flipping my fucking just a trick worm on my little spinning combo. There's a guy out there. He's out there like his wife and this other lady and a couple kids, and he's flying his model airplane. It was actually really cool. I was watching him fly the airplane. Fucking looked fun. I was like, damn, I need to get me one of those. But he gets done with that, and I'm caught fishing, and all of a sudden he comes out of this fishing pole. I'm like, okay, and we're fishing over in the fucking same corner pretty much. I'm just on one side of it, he's on the other. Fucking, and he's out throwing. He's throwing a bait caster. And typically, people see a bait caster as like a more advanced setup, and it is. There's better control. It's harder to throw, so people see it as being a more advanced fisherman. I'm just on my little spinning combo, and I couldn't quite pick up. He was throwing some sort of like little fucking swim bait or something. I'm throwing my little trick worm, and we're fishing the same corner. About 5 minutes into fishing this corner, I get thumped, and I pop one out and bring him up and unhook him, kind of hold him up in the air and look at him and put him back. And this guy's still sitting there fishing it real hard. And about 5 minutes later, popped a second one out and fucking held it up and looked at it. And it wasn't, they were decent fish. They weren't fucking huge. They were probably a pound. Threw them back. But another 5-10 minutes later, third fish. I pulled that fish about that fucking time. The guy turned around and went inside with his fishing pole. I was like, I'm the better fisherman today, motherfuckers. Tell that to your wife. So, other than that, I mean, that was kind of my week.
So, I thought he said something that would have been funny.
No, he didn't say anything.
Dang it. Going back to what you said about, like, with your grandpa's funeral, like, the military service. Mm-hmm. It's one of the coolest things I've seen. And
dude, it's awesome.
Colt might be able to agree.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one of those things, like, I mean, our grandpa's passing, it definitely hit us before that, but, like, it definitely hit then too.
That's when it hits. It hit. It didn't really hit for me before because I'd been here while my parents were dealing with it out there. So like I was sad and I'd like been upset about it a little bit, but I got home and like the day of the funeral we went in and did like the family only visitation. I cried a little bit there and I was sad, but like dude, they started doing the military and oh god, I lost it, dude. Yeah. It's hard not to if you've never fucking experienced one in real life of someone that means of anything to you, dude. It's powerful.
Yeah, it's just because you know the significance behind it.
Oh yeah, it's an awesome thing to get to be a part of, and I don't say that that it shouldn't be taken in any way. I mean, it really truly is a special thing to be a part of.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, that is yeah, it's kind of our weeks. Let's shoot the shit, gentlemen. Fucking.
I thought we were.
Okay, my bad. So, I had a couple things I'd fucking seen on social media that I fucking wanted to talk about. I thought were funny. Just to get your guys' opinions on them. Let me if I can find them. Let's see. Did you guys see Theo Vaughn saying, "Take me out to the ball game" at the Cubs game?
Oh, no, I can imagine that'd be
really
really
good.
good.
So cool.
Guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, stand-up comedian Theo Vaughn. What's up, Cub fans? Let me hear you tonight. You can do better than that. Let me hear you tonight.
Love it, dude. I love Theo Von, dude. He's so funny.
Yeah, I love his podcast. I listen to his
I haven't
podcast
listened to it in a while.
sometimes. I haven't either. I know I want to watch the Morgan Wallen one. I haven't.
I seen that one. It was really good.
I figured it was because he was on there before, right? Colt, do you
Yep.
watch him?
Yeah, I watch him.
What do you guys think about the Shador Sanders draft position?
Ooh, we can talk about this.
I wish he went undrafted. Or
Yeah, that would have been even better.
So, first off, can we talk about the prank call?
We were talking about that just a little bit ago.
So, dude, the fact that it was a Falcons front office guy's kid is fucking hilarious, bro.
I thought it was like the defensive coordinator or something.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I saw.
Oh, maybe, but it was a member of the Falcons kid that did it.
Right.
It's so fucking funny. Dude, that's wild. That's really fucking bro goes, you're gonna have to wait a little longer. that's wicked.
So funny.
Oh god.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
I don't know.
I wonder if his dad loses his job.
No, the Falcons have already stated that.
Yeah.
They already came out with an apology statement, and yeah, they didn't mention anything about firing. You can't fire the dad, dude. Come on, right? You know what I mean? That can't be a thought. Here's the thing, okay? How would that dad ever think that his kid's gonna do that, right? You know what I mean?
Well, so Shador said that phone number, he got a phone just for that, and it was only given to NFL teams. So,
yep. And but the number was on an iPad that the dad had, and the kid got into the iPad and found it.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's not like it's the dad's fault. It's not like the fucking dad was like, "Hey, here's the number, by the way." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it sounds like the kid just, yeah. I don't think the dad should lose his job over it. I mean, fuck, dude, it's a fucking prank. Here's the thing: if he'd end up not getting drafted, it'd probably be different. But he still got drafted. He's still in the NFL. He's still gonna make a fuck ton of money, dude. He's gonna get all the endorsements in the world. He's fine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're going into this might be a hot statement. I don't care. If you're going into the NFL or any sort of professional sport, and a prank call like that bothers you that much, you probably don't have what it takes mentally to go into professional sports. I mean, take for example today, Jaron Duran had to be restrained because a fan in the stands yelled at him that that he should have killed himself when he had a chance.
That's a sensitive subject, though. I could see why you go off on that.
Oh, no, I 100% understand why you'd fucking go off on that. But what I'm saying, though, is, that's the shit you're going to encounter in professional sports.
Yeah.
So if you can't take a prank call, sorry, yeah, it was probably shitty in the moment. I'd be fucking pissed, too. But you got drafted. Fucking move on. You know what I mean? And I don't think Shadur's all that pissed about it. I think it's everyone else is making a fucking big deal about it.
Yeah, I saw he was like, what just happened?
Yeah. Yep. Colt, what do you think?
I agree. In fact, I think it would have been funny if Shiloh got drafted before him.
that would have been fucking funny.
Did you see Travis Hunter when he was getting interviewed right after he got drafted? He was trying to hurry up the interview because he wanted to hear Shadur get drafted.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, he's like, I was just trying to hurry. He's just trying to hurry up because
Well, he didn't have to hurry up.
Right? Yeah, a couple days.
Bro could have talked. He could have filibustered. He could have been in Congress.
Yeah. Did you hear the stuff about his interview, or I guess you could call them interviews? Shadur's interviews.
Yeah, dude. He was talking about being the mayor and shit, and
yeah, where you see yourself in 10 years? He's the mayor of the city or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone was speculating, is that he just was completely unlikable in interviews.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like that's what Deion did.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. Deion Sanders was so much fucking better at football than Shador. Shador is a good quarterback, don't get me wrong. He is definitely an NFL fucking prospect quarterback, but he's not like a first, like, you're not seeing him now and saying, oh, that dude could be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Like, people are looking like a Cam Ward and say, yeah, that dude could do it. No one's doing that for Shador, in my opinion. What you looking at, Alex?
I was trying to see like what all he said.
I saw the thing earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Do you see, while you're doing that, do you see that we now have an Indiana University West, pretty much, for a football team?
There's a football team?
The 49ers drafted Curtis Rourke, the Maple Missile, and C.J. West.
Huh.
Yep. So two of you guys went to San Francisco, so I'll be a minor 49ers fan now.
I mean, I like Rourke.
Oh, I do too. And he's gonna get to go learn under a kid like Brock Purdy, who's kind of the same thing that Rourke was. I mean, I think that could be very good for him. Ugh, I don't know how I feel about my drink tonight, dude. I thought it would taste better than it does, and it really doesn't taste that
One
good.
assistant coach put it bluntly, saying, "The worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled. He takes unnecessary sacks. He never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates, but the biggest thing is he's not that good." Well, they retired his number and stuff, and he went
At
what,
13 and 12.
13 and 12.
Yeah.
In a fucking extremely mediocre Big 12.
Tim Tebow should own Florida in that case. Mm-hmm. The state of Florida.
Ron DeSantis, get out of the way. Tim Tebow's coming in. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Here's what I think happened. I think no one picks him in the first round. And I think when that happened, everyone looked at each other and said, okay, why did none of us pick him in the first round? Do we really, like, you know what I mean? You get the first overall. Who picked Cam Ward? Who's the first pick?
Titans.
So the Titans skip on Shedeur Sanders, right? Let's say. Okay, then the Jaguars, who were second, right? They're the second pick.
Yes.
So you start moving through, and the first, 15 guys go through who, everyone was saying was going to be a top 5 pick. The other 15 teams are saying, well, we interviewed him too, and we didn't like him. Apparently no one else fucking did either. Why would we waste a first-round pick on him?
I just saw something that said that he didn't interview or throw for like half of the teams.
And he didn't go to the combine, right?
He didn't go to the combine. He didn't play in the Senior Bowl.
He's not that good.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you would, I think, choked or swallowed a little bit of his pride and just done one of those things instead of being Mr. Look at my watch, I think he would have fucking been a higher pick.
Honestly.
Because here's the thing. Is he good? Yes. Is he good enough to deal with the drama that comes with him and his family? No. I don't think so. Especially now as a fucking, fifth string quarterback right now for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, that and the coaches aren't going to want Dion lurking in the background like,
no.
I'm going to be the coach now.
That's going to be an issue too. Is I think Dion's going to stick his nose into it. And here's the thing. Deion Sanders, fantastic football player, great fucking baseball player too. But at some point, dude, let someone else coach your kid. Like, excuse me. That was some pizza from earlier.
There you go.
Yeah, so I agree with you though. I don't think Shedeur. People made it into a thing on why he was dropping to the 5th round, and fucking I don't think it was anything like what they were talking about, and I don't want to get into any of that stuff really, so we'll probably skip over that. But here's the thing, dude. He still got drafted. He's still gonna make a fuck ton of money. He's still gonna get his endorsements. At the end of the day, he's still Deion Sanders' kid. Like, it's not like he's struggling for money. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be fine.
Did you see the Pirates broadcast? Shedeur caught a stray.
No, I did not.
They were talking about Paul Skeens. He was warming up.
Yeah.
So, like he's throwing there's him throwing a football. He's throwing that thing pretty well. He said they're like he'll probably get drafted before Shador Sanders.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was so funny.
That's wild, bro. I did not see that.
The broadcaster was like, "Well, easy."
That's wild, bro. I didn't fucking know that. That's insane.
I mean, Paul Skeens probably has a better arm than Shador.
Probably.
Did you see Warren Moon unretired his number for Cam Ward?
I did not.
I think I saw something on that, but I didn't read too far into it.
Yeah,
Warren Moon's a dog.
Yeah, as soon as he got drafted, he texted him, and the Titans unretired his number, so Cam Ward can wear it.
What number is that? 1?
1.
Yep.
So
look at me knowing numbers.
Like you just said with fifth string. What is up with the Browns even drafting him? Trade bait?
Probably, honestly. I mean, they have what? They have Deshaun Watson, right?
Yeah, they have 5. So Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel,
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco for whatever.
Someone else. Can't remember the other one, and then Shitter Sanders.
Are you looking it up, Cole?
Yeah.
Do it.
We need some more airtime from you, Cole.
Deshaun
Drum roll, please.
What?
Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan
Kenny
Gabriel.
Pickett.
And now
Shador Sanders.
I forgot
That's right. Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I forgot about Kenny Pickett.
Kenny picks his nose.
I don't think Kenny Pickett's all that bad, but
yeah, but dude,
why have
here's
5
what's funny.
quarterbacks?
Well, of the 5 quarterbacks, are any of them really that good? Like they're all like okay.
Dylan Gabriel's not awful.
Yeah, but he was a pretty good college quarterback. He wasn't like an excellent college quarterback. So now you're moving into the NFL, which, for those of you that don't know, is a step up from college football.
Just one.
1 or 2. So, but here's a big question for you. I'm curious about because I'd seen this online a couple times. So, Shador Sanders goes undrafted. Does he have to go back to Colorado and pick a new number because they retired number 2?
That would be so funny.
Or is he transfer schools?
So was he? I don't know. So he wasn't a senior.
No, he was a junior. He had one. He still had another year of eligibility. Yep, because he did 1 year at Jackson State, and then 2 at Colorado. He had 1 year of eligibility still.
How do you think Arch Manning is going to do as he starts to start games for Texas? Are you going to live up
Did
to
Quinn
the
Ewers end up getting drafted? I didn't see.
I
don't know.
actually don't know.
I feel like he did. I'd seen the his like room that he was sitting in had like a ton of trophies on it. But I was like, damn, bro. Everyone's like, do you hunt? Like, yeah, he hunts everything.
The Dolphins drafted him in the 7th round.
How many rounds are there?
7.
That seems like fucking not quite that many for the NFL.
I mean, no, but are there really that many college guys coming out?
That's true. And I guess there's not like a minor league system to try and fill.
That too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know the Bengals signed like 4 or 5 guys like immediately following the draft, like undrafted free agents.
Yeah, we got the number 1, and he was like a guard from Ohio State.
No, I think it was a center.
Yeah, center. Yeah.
I know the city of Indianapolis is happy with the pickup of Tyler Warren, who we saw play out.
I texted you about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard's a good pickup too. I actually like him. Dude, here's what I hate about this last year. It was really hard to hate that Notre Dame team. And I hate Notre Dame, and it was hard to hate on that Notre Dame team. Like they just had good dudes, and I like their coach.
Yeah.
They were a hard team to hate on, especially when they played Ohio State.
Yeah. I don't know why they're so easy to hate on. Like I don't.
They're fans.
I'd say I like them.
They're fans because fucking 90% of their fans have never been in South Bend, Indiana before. Most of them probably don't fucking know Notre Dame's in Indiana. I mean, they all think, oh, it's out in Los Angeles, or you know what I mean?
It gives me Colt might understand this more than you, but it gives me like Elder vibes.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like you go there and like you're just like cult like lifestyle with them for life. So Elder is a boys high school around here. It's all boys. So, like obviously you never see girls. There's another school that's like the sister school. But like if somebody goes there to Elder, they're rocking that the colors are purple. They're rocking that purple for life. Like you see
really?
men with an Elder almost looks like a Letterman jacket type thing on.
Oh, I get you.
They're hardcore, and I think that's how Notre Dame is too.
Yeah,
You
that's
got your
fair.
old rich guys that.
Yeah, and like I said, most of the fans, most Notre Dame fans, never went to Notre Dame. I can't say too much shit because I didn't go to IU and I'm an IU fan, but I feel like IU's not really a bandwagon school to be a fan of, anyways. Plus, my parents went there, and I fucking halfway grew up in Indiana, so like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't a Mizzou fan or anything because fuck the SEC. Also, dude, Mizzou sucks at athletics right now. I saw a statistic. Let me fucking pull it up. It was hilarious.
They suck right now.
So Missouri baseball currently is 0-21 in SEC play. Last year, their men's basketball team went 0-19. Softball is currently in last place at 4-15 in the SEC, and women's basketball went 3-13 in the SEC.
Yikes!
Like, dude, 4 of your bigger sports besides football, besides fucking football, are in significant losing records in the SEC.
Must not have as much NIL money.
Fucking apparently not. MIZ.
Oh, you see Kent State's going D3.
Kent State?
Yeah.
The action?
They're dropping the D3.
They're way too big to be D3. Dude, they have like 12,000 undergrads, don't they?
I just saw something that said they were dropping down to D3.
There's no shot, bro. You don't just drop D1 to D3, I feel like. Is that true? I'm going to look this up. Let's look this up here, y'all. I don't see anything on it. They have Division III hockey, but
I see that.
I don't think they're going to Division III. That's quite the jump down.
I could have sworn I saw somewhere it said that they were dropping down.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. They have they have almost 26,000 enrolled, bro. That is way too big to be D3. I don't know.
Yeah, so just saw Kent State dropping to D3.
I don't know.
It's on. Yeah, I mean, people are talking about it on Twitter.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Guess we'll see what comes of that. Guess we shall fucking see. Colt, what do you got, buddy? You gotta have something to talk about here. Let me get you talking.
Not much.
Bro, you're always Mr. Yapathon.
No.
What do you got?
Bro's hard to get him to talk.
Oh, dude, do you see? Alex and Cole, you guys both not really fucking appreciate, but feel this. Walt Jockety died.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah, that's fucking depressing.
No, he's not a jockey, Colt.
Jockety. Yep, he was. He was a Cardinals GM, and now he's with the Reds as the executive assistant to the CEO.
Yeah, yep. I thought that was a Cincinnati name when I heard it.
Yep.
Or somewhat.
I saw this. I guess you want to talk more about Walt Jockety? Sorry.
No, I don't care.
So, another funny stat that I'd fucking seen. Georgia football has had more arrests than wins since 2023.
Let's go. That's impressive because Georgia's been pretty good.
I'd say they're a pretty good football program. That is fucking impressive. Something's going on in Athens, bro. They need to take away their keys. And then also, I saw this on DraftKings Sportsbook. Paige Buchers, her first year WNBA salary will be $78,831. And so far in his career, Tyreek Hill has been fined $100,000 for not wearing socks.
There we go.
He's paid more money to not wear his socks than Paige Buchers will make in her first year. That's wild.
So that almost guarantees her NIL money is probably more.
Oh yeah, dude.
than her actual salary, which I know Caitlin Clark's, I would say 99% sure it is.
Well, here's what I'm curious about. You fucking look at a guy like Quinn Ewers, who's making $2 million on NIL. He's going to be getting downgraded to probably $500,000 now. I did look. He got drafted. I just didn't see by who.
Yeah, I said 7th round, the Dolphins.
Oh fuck, that's right. We did talk about that. So, but yeah, I mean, imagine taking a 75% pay cut to move up a level.
To go to the NFL.
But that's what's wrong with the NIL.
Yeah.
Like, if you're Quinn Ewers, why don't you go back another fucking year in college football if you've got the eligibility? Make more NIL money, and then get better and be a higher pick.
I was gonna say, like, even if you're like, say you're just in it for the money, like, yeah, that's when you stay.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you know they're not making those guys do anything for like school.
No, dude, they're taking underwater basket weaving courses.
Right.
Now you're taking Colt's hour-long shower courses.
Oh.
He said, "Bro."
Colt, how do you feel about NIL?
I think
that stands for name, image, and likeness. By the way.
Yeah, I'm one more. I don't like that I don't like there's like bidding wars for like NCAA basketball now.
I agree.
For like, so like there's gonna be no like the March Madness is gonna get worse and worse with the big schools. They're just gonna like start having super like a lot of money.
There's gonna yeah.
Yeah, like having a LA Dodgers college basketball team.
I agree. Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of what happened this year.
Yeah, not even kind of. It is what happened this year. I mean, you know, we're not. It's gonna be. You'd be hard pressed to find you know, the miracle teams were always the teams that the whole group was seniors and they were all, you know, they'd all been playing for a fucking couple years together and they knew their game, and that's why they went on that run to the Elite Eight. You're not going to get that anymore because when you get, you know, a good group of seniors, well, guess what? Fucking Duke's going to snatch them up now for $1.3 million. And if you're 21 years old, who's going to turn down $1.3 million?
Yeah.
Are you turning that down, Colt?
I ain't turning down 1.
Alabama high schooler got offered $750,000 to transfer out of his high school, but he decided to stay. Like,
to go where? Like to like Mount Verde?
To go to another high school?
Yeah, like a high school offered him that. I didn't see like what it was, but
does Alabama allow high school NIL? That's crazy. I know Florida does.
I don't know, but I just saw they were like trying to get him to transfer to a state that did, and he wanted to stay. Like, but that high school like has one state like 3 times in a row or something like that. But
jeez.
It's wild that we're getting to high school. Soon it's going to be, well, I guess Baby Gronk's already started all that. But
yeah.
I should say, like...
The Rizzler.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, middle school is going to have NIL deals and stuff. It's like acne cream. It's...
The hour-long shower.
oh my god.
But, Alex, I'm going to be honest. So... would it have been nice to have been able to be paid some money in college? Yes. Am I glad that I got done with college sports before all this shit started? Honestly, yes. I feel like it's going to ruin it. I feel like it's going to completely trash college sports.
I remember in high school doing essays. People, like my English teachers, would be like, all right, write an essay, whatever you want. It could be like whatever, if it was persuasive or informative, whatever. And my go-to was always, should college athletes get paid?
Yeah.
I can't remember what I said in high school, but I think it was yes.
I know I had said yes. Because, well, here's my argument, right? If let's say you're a football player at the University of Alabama, okay? At the University of Alabama, you probably put in 50 hours a week of practice and weightlifting and fucking and stuff. You know, if you include, you know, Monday to Sunday, they do probably 50 hours a week for University of Alabama football.
At least.
And then on top of that, you look at, you know, how much money does Alabama make off of them? A ton, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars off that football program every year. Those kids should be getting paid some money for it. But here's what it needs to be. It shouldn't be $4 million. There needs to be a salary cap on, okay, you know, let's say, and here's an idea. What if it's you can offer for NIL, you can offer a full ride to the athlete, plus you can pay them in cash half of what tuition is. So let's say you're gonna go play baseball at the University of Vanderbilt, and at the University of Vanderbilt it's $50,000 to go to school that year. Okay, Baseball at University of Vanderbilt can offer you the $50,000 scholarship to play baseball there, plus $25,000 in cash for the year.
I think it should be. I like that, but so I think it should be not enough to where you can retire as soon as you get out of college.
Yeah.
It should be like where you can survive. So you don't have those. So you don't have to have those stories of guys
working, DoorDash
or whatever after football games like that.
Donating blood or like selling plasma. Yeah. I agree.
Like not $200 a week. Like I mean that'd be fine. But like something where they can live comfortably while they're in college.
So here's a question for you then, okay? So, if you're a college student at the University of Vanderbilt, let's go back to Alabama football, because everyone always talks Alabama football. So let's say you're at Alabama football, okay? And it's $50,000 to go to Alabama football. And you get that scholarship. Well, included in that scholarship, you've got a dining hall, right? You've got your on-campus dining hall that's only for football, that they fucking grill steaks and shrimp, and they bring in all this amazing food to feed you, right? You've got all the facilities in the world to go be at, and they typically provide you, there's like athlete dorms and athlete apartments and stuff like that, right? So you don't have any expenses on top of that. Maybe you have to pay for your phone, right? Maybe you need a car. Okay. Do college kids need to be pulling up in their Lamborghini? Probably not. I mean, I pulled up in a Jetta. Guess what? It worked. I mean, $25,000 is $2,000 a month of free cash, right?
Right.
As a college kid. Dude, do you know what you can buy for $2,000 a month? You can buy a lot of shit, dude, as a college kid.
Especially when like you said, all your meals are paid for.
You don't have any expenses at that
treatments.
Point. Yeah, you need to go to a doctor. You go to the team doctor that's on campus. You need your haircut. Guess what? The University of Alabama football team has a fucking barber. Almost all these fucking schools have fucking barber shops so you can go to at this point. I mean, everything's taken care of for you. I mean, the 25 grand is just walking around money. And maybe it's not 25,000. Maybe they give you can get 100% of what that year's scholarship is, right? You know what I mean? But they need to put a cap on it so that it's not turning into $4, $6, $8, $10 million fucking NIL deals, because I'm sorry, these kids don't need to be getting paid $10 million, because then you're going to keep getting guys who are, Auburn's basketball program where everyone was 24 years old.
Right.
Put the fries in the bag. Like shit, dude.
I bet you if they were to do something like that, like Alabama would work out a deal with State Farm. It was like, we'll give him the salary, but you guys give him $1 million to do commercials and stuff.
Oh yeah,
there's ways around it at all.
There's always a way around it. There always has been. I mean, dude, 10 years ago, every single football player at the University of Alabama had a $80,000 Hellcat Charger. Not all those kids came from rich families that could afford an $80,000 car. We all fucking know where the money came from, but they were giving out $100 grand, right? Which a lot of money, but not $4 million.
Right.
I mean, fuck. Yeah.
I don't know. NIL, the premise was good. And
yes.
I knew it was going to happen. They're just going to take it way too far.
It was fucking executed poorly.
Yeah. And like Colt says, you're going to have your Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just spend whatever they want because it doesn't matter.
Alabama football, Duke and North Carolina basketball, Vanderbilt baseball, or I guess SEC, Power 4 conferences in general.
Yeah. It's awful.
So I saw this one today. I'm fucking curious your guys' opinion here. So there's a large room, okay? And in that room is 100 men and one gorilla. Who's winning? Can 100 men take out a gorilla with their bare hands?
Yeah.
You think?
I'd say yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, honestly. I really don't know if 100 men can fucking take out a gorilla.
If it's 100 men dead set on taking down the gorilla, then yes.
Yeah,
That,
I mean, if
and
they're, like...
that poses the argument. Who's going to be like, all right, guys, on 3? You know what I mean?
Navy SEALs.
Yeah. Yeah, like, if you have, like, 100 athletes or, like, people capable of, like, that have been in the weight room, like, a couple of times in their life.
Yeah, like, if you have 30 Colts, it's not happening.
Alright.
You have 200 Colts. It's not happening.
Yeah.
If you have, like,
I
100
think so.
people with adrenaline trying to stay
Yeah.
alive, I bet it'll happen.
I don't know. I think the gorilla would get through at least 20 guys.
Oh, yeah, some would die. 100%.
Oh, I think there would be a good percentage that would die.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one I'm fucking curious about, I saw this. Why did we as a society move on from froyo so quick?
I've honestly been searching for one.
Dude, we have a fucking couple froyos over here. Here's why I think we did as a society. Do you know how fucking expensive it is to go to froyo? It's like $12 a person, dude. $13 a person for not that much stuff.
I mean, ice cream's not that far off.
I know, but dude, froyo's just so good with all the toppings and the gummy bears and the...
I've been one time and I was like, this is pretty good. And
We got an orange leaf over here by us. Alex, next time you're up here to play golf and fish, we'll go.
I'll be up there tomorrow. Just
I
kidding.
work tomorrow.
So do I. Why must we get adult?
I
You have a
know.
game tomorrow, Alex.
Nah, you have a game tomorrow.
Yeah. Dude, but froyo was... I remember going there as a kid growing up, dude. It was so fucking good, bro. It really was.
I've never had froyo.
You never been to froyo? You know what froyo is?
No. I mean, it's like a type of, like...
Frozen
Yeah,
yogurt.
Yeah.
It's literally frozen yogurt. So, Colt, do you know how froyo works?
No.
So you go in, and there's a line, and you get a cup, or I guess it's technically a bowl, and you go up and you find what fucking flavor of froyo you want, you dispense it in yourself. Okay, and then you go up, and then there's a whole thing of toppings, and there's gummy bears and sprinkles and cherries and whatever topping in the world you can think of. And you just have to watch how much you put in because it costs you by weight. So fucking however much you put in, it's fucking you pay by weight. And so, and they get shockingly expensive. I remember one time I think it was like the first or second time I went with my parents and I went into froyo and I made like a $22 froyo by accident.
Oh my god!
I put in a lot of froyo. I put in a lot of the yogurt by accident. I made it heavy, dude. And I put it up there, and my parents were like, Tyler. I was like, what? They go, you can't do that much. I was like, well, why not? And it was fucking $22 or something.
Why not?
I like froyo.
What do we think about the... so, a stat that surprised me, I just saw today. So, the Suarez thing that just happened, four home runs, right?
Yep, Eugenio Suarez, 4 home runs in a game.
I thought that was more like, I didn't think it was common, but it hasn't happened in 8 years.
Was it
It's
Scooter?
less common than a perfect game, isn't it?
I have no clue, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's happened...
in 2017.
I called it.
Yep. I remember that one. He hit the 4 in Cincinnati against the Pirates, right?
I think so.
I don't know. I know Dietrich hit a couple against the Pirates.
Let's go. I want to look up...
I miss Scooter.
Yeah. What was his real name?
I forget.
I remember he had... I remember it was like nowhere close.
No, they just called him Scooter.
He plays for the Giants.
He still plays?
I guess so.
2019 season. I don't know that he's played.
So there have been 24 official perfect games in Major League history, and only 17 play on only 17 occurrences of 4 home runs in a game. That's crazy. I wonder if anyone's ever hit the home run cycle where they've hit a solo, a 2-run shot, a 3-run shot, and a grand slam.
That'd be crazy.
That would be nuts.
I remember it was probably a couple years ago. There was a softball player that did it.
Was there? That's cool.
His name is Ryan Joseph Jeanette.
Yeah, I see that.
Huh. Can you guys name the only player to ever hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning? And what team he played for?
The Giants.
Nope. The Cardinals. Vladimir Guerrero Sr.
I don't know that I knew he played for the Cardinals.
Yep, he was a Cardinal.
Huh.
Yep, Vlad Sr. was a Cardinal. Chirp, chirp. What do we think, Alex? Do we think it's time?
I want to talk about fishing for a minute.
Ooh, we can't. We haven't talked fucking fishing much. That's right. Fuck, we need to talk about fishing. What do you want to talk about?
Did I talk about buying the new reel? I think I did.
You talked about buying your new combo. You didn't talk about the new reel, though.
Oh. Well, I broke the push button, so I bought a reel off Amazon just to put on the rod.
Yep.
I bought another bait caster. I had to go to my neighbor to help me tie the knot that goes on the spool. Because I took an hour. And
it's just an overhand.
Well, that's
it's just
what
an overhand knot.
I tried to overhand knot it twice, and it just kept slipping out. So
You didn't tie it tight enough.
I guess. He helped me.
Yeah.
Great guy. Shout out Rick. Neighbor Rick's the goat.
Great guy. Great guy.
Great guy.
Hell of a guy. Hey, Rick, subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know if he knows how to get to our podcast.
You should. Well, you need to tell him, buddy. Do your part. Everyone, do your part. Tell a friend about the podcast.
Yeah. So he helped me spool it up.
Colt, get friends.
Yeah, tell
And
him.
then Saturday, part of my fishing time, I went to throw one out, and I hit the ground because like the way the pond is, it like kind of a little bit of downhill, and then the pond, and I flicked it and it hit the top of the hill.
Yep.
And backlashed it. I spent 20 minutes trying to undo it just to see if I could like take all the knots out, and I couldn't, so I just cut. I literally just cut it all off.
Yep.
Like, I'm done. And then I looked up. It's called an arbor knot, is what it is. But
okay, I'll have to look it up.
That's just what I saw as what people said you should use to tie it onto the spool.
Okay.
And I figured it out.
Very nice.
And I've done it twice now.
Oh boy, there you go.
And
So I always just tie a double overhand knot personally because it's easy, but
yeah. I mean, the one I did, I could not figure it out, and then one dude on YouTube, shout out the guy on YouTube, but he used like a paracord.
Oh yeah, I like when people do that. They use like big pieces of rope.
I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. And then it worked. I was like, let's go.
Oh boy.
So so I'm starting. I might as well just be a country boy now. No, I'm just kidding.
When I die, I wanna come back as a country boy.
Yeah.
Don't get us demonetized.
Ooh. Oh, Alex, you did something yesterday you'd never done before.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I did do it. The very first one I caught.
No, you wouldn't even touch it.
No, I'm talking about the one when I called you when I was at the marina. I was like, I got one.
Oh, did you? You might have. Okay, I don't know.
I think I did. But yeah, I did lip a couple fish actually.
He grabbed a fish by the lip. Did it try and shake out of your hand on you?
It didn't.
Oh, it depends how long they've been sitting, or how. If you really get your thumb down in its mouth, it typically won't try and fight you. If you just kind of barely grab its lip by accident, it'll fight you pretty hard. Or they'll try and bite you.
Ooh.
They bite me a lot. It doesn't hurt. They just close their mouth, their lips on you. You just go. Like, it doesn't hurt. You're just like, quit fucking biting me.
I was trying to get the very first one that I lipped, I was trying to get the hook out.
Yep.
And I was holding like its, I guess like the back of its neck.
Yeah.
Like that area.
It would be his knee.
Yeah, and I couldn't get the hook out, and I was like, what the heck? So I finally just said, screw it, put my thumb in there, and then I was able to grab it easier. I was like, oh, that's why you do it.
It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I do use a glove.
Yeah,
we're working on it.
That's okay.
I could feel how like sandpapery his
the lip
is.
Yep.
I'm trying to get Colt to get one.
Colt just can't catch fish.
I know. The day I caught one, or the day I caught 10, I had him come down, and I don't know if I told you this, but he was using the push button.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Am I getting bites or not?" I was like, "What do you?" He's like, "It feels like there's like friction."
Oh.
I was like, "Let me see." so I gave him my bait caster, and he was kind of using that. So I throw it out. And immediately, kind of like with like you and Tucker, as soon as I hit the water and I reel it in like twice, I feel a fish catch on. So I pulled it. I was like, oh, there's one on here. So I was like, all right, all right, Colt, here, reel this in. He goes, what? I said, here, just take this and reel it in. So he grabs it. He's like, is there a fish on here? I was like,
did he lose the fish?
No, he got it on.
Oh boy.
I was like, he's like, is there a fish on here? I was like, I don't know.
Hey, Alex, the last time when the three of us went night fishing one time, he caught a fish and you didn't.
That's right.
He caught that bluegill.
Yeah.
Shout out Alex's bait, because that day was the first day I used a bait caster, and on my like 5th cast, I like casted it and like the bait and like half the line just like disappeared.
Yeah, he made me lose one. I said he owes me $3.
Did he pop your line?
Disappeared.
I don't know what happened. Because I was messing. I think that's when I broke the push button. So I'm messing with that, and he goes, "What the?" And that was yeah. And I looked at it, I was like,
Oh no!
were you using the push button when that happened, or were you?
No, that was the bait caster.
Yeah, I was like, how'd you do that?
That's impressive.
Yeah, I throw it and it's like pitch black, so we can't see anything anyway. And then I just like feel it, and there's like nothing, no line or anything. I'm like,
yeah. So I had to try to find the end of that line.
That's fucked. I'd be mad.
Yeah, it was one of the 3-pack of spinner baits that I just bought.
Oh,
The mini ones.
yeah, I got you right here.
You got $3 for him.
Hey.
Sitting right
Bro,
here.
look like Shadeur Sanders out here at the draft party.
Why do you got ones just?
Oh, they were just laying around.
Yeah.
Bro, they're just all laying around.
Bro got bills. Bro got racks on racks. Hey, Colt, give us a little. Alex, you see that?
Oh, jeez.
Give it the.
But yeah, I think when I caught it, or I think I caught that one, and then I threw it back, and I got the bait caster back, and I was messing with it, and I caught another one, and Colt's like, "You're
shitting me."
I was like, I don't know.
Yep. Say, I need to teach you the art of the trick worm, big dog. They're fucking fun.
I threw a Texas rig, and I don't know. Maybe it was too slow, but like it feels like the bait caster, the way I like the reel is I cannot let it get to the bottom. Like it feels like I wait forever, and it's just.
That's the point of it. Well, you're not gonna like fucking feel it hit. That's the thing,
Right.
And you also don't want to throw Texas rig really on a bait cast. You want to throw it on spinning gear. Yeah.
Nope.
So now you have to go buy a spinning combo. Welcome to fishing. You never have enough. You never have enough.
I do like the bait cast. Like
it is nice.
It's not as hard as I expected.
Yeah.
But like if you lose focus for a minute, like me hitting that hill.
Yeah, if you like lose focus, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, because it was awful.
Oh yeah, dude. I had plenty of times when I was first learning how to fucking throw a bait caster. It probably took me 4 or 5 months of throwing a bait caster to be able to learn how to pick out backlash routinely and not just have to cut and retie.
Yeah.
I wasted a lot of line.
That's why I've had to tie it on 3 times just because I had my neighbor do it.
Yep.
And then I hit the hill and backlashed my new reel, so I had to cut all that out. And that's when I figured out how to do it myself. And then I did it with my Zebco. And so I tied it again. I had to cut off line. I've used so much line. I've used probably a year's worth of line already.
That boy.
Not used. Cut off.
Yeah. Cut it off.
Where'd he go?
Where the fuck did Colt go, bro? Well.
All right, bye, Colt.
Well, Alex, you think it's time then?
It is time. It's past his bedtime. That's why
It is past his bedtime.
Mommy,
You
Daddy
probably
should get off.
All right, everybody. It is officially time for this week's Ear Shitting Me. All right, everybody. Welcome to this week's Ear Shitting Me. Colt's back. Sponsored by Ultrasoft, Chico's Bail Bonds, and South Central Louisiana State University. Not actually sponsored by any of those sponsors. Back in 2008, during a game between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys, the Redskins' LaRon Landry was attempting to cool off during the game and to go take a sip of Gatorade from one of the team's oversized drink coolers. However, the cooler's lid was apparently not properly secured, and as Landry went to grab the handle, the giant Gatorade cooler toppled over unexpectedly. The cooler wasn't just any small bottle, but one of the massive 10-gallon containers filled with about 8 to 10 gallons of the sweet, sugary drink. The resulting splash wasn't just water cooler gossip. It was the reason for Landry's next trip to the locker room. It wasn't even a hit from a player. However, it was an unexpected water hazard that led to a strained back. Landry had to exit the game to receive treatment for a spilled beverage-induced injury, as it was later labeled. And although it was an amusing story, it did leave the Redskins defense without their starting safety and reminded everyone that injuries can come from the least expected place, like a drink cooler with a grudge. And Alex, to that, I have this to say.
I figured that was coming.
Water sucks. So, I don't know if we can do that without getting demonetized, actually.
It's just a quote from the movie.
I'll let you do that one. Oh, shit. Did you imagine getting injured via drink cooler?
And the pros is wild.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, you did what?
He did what in his cup?
Yeah, you did what in his cup?
Colt, what do you think about that one?
That's crazy.
The classic line from the Colt Smithereen.
Yeah.
Colt, where'd you go, bro?
So there's good old screen time on my phone. So my MacBook crashed with my screen time turned off.
Oh, parental controls.
Yeah, gotta love them.
Hear that, Colt's friends? He has parental controls. What a fucking loser.
His parents care.
Yeah,
What a
fuck
nerd.
that guy. Does it monitor just the amount of screen time or what's on the screen?
Just when he can be on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like at a certain time, everything turns off.
Oh. So,
See, hour-long showers are still in play.
they just have to be in play during business hours. Between 8:30 and 4:30. I can't wait for all Colt's friends to hear this episode and make fun of it. Colt's gonna come home tomorrow from school. You guys are so mean to me.
He's going to hit a double in a game and be like, he takes hour-long showers.
Boy! Colt, this for your new double celebration.
That could be taken a different way.
Oh, wait. No, not what I meant.
Clip it, Chad.
That was nothing else besides Tyler pretending to take a shower. The hands were open and scrubbing. Oh, God. Well, good thing I'm the one that makes the clip, so suck it.
Hey, give me that login real quick.
No. But yeah, here's my question. What flavor Gatorade was it?
Yellow.
Ooh. Okay, what's the best flavor Gatorade? Actually,
Yeah.
we can make this into a little top three. let's do top 2 since there's 3 of us. So we'll go. We'll have Colt pick first. Alex, you can pick second. I'll pick third.
Colt, do you know the rules?
So this is the 2 guys 1 week top 3. This week we're only doing 2 because we have 3 people here. So we're picking our top Gatorade flavors. Colt, you'll pick first, then Alex, then me, and then you'll go again, then Alex, and then me. Okay? You cannot repeat previously picked picks.
All right, I'm going my number 1. It's always been there. Best flavor, and I don't think it's really close. I'm going yellow.
Interesting. Colt's going lemon lime. Okay, Alex, what's your pick?
Saying the government name?
Oh, yeah, I think we have to go government name.
Dang, yellow is going to be on mine. One of my favorite ones to go to is, I just looked it up, is Riptide Rush. So it's not grape, but
is it that like off purple one?
Yeah, I love that one.
Is that like the Gatorade whatever
Frost.
Storm or Frost? Yeah.
It's a good one.
Okay, so you're taking Riptide Rush.
I'll take that one.
I gotta take my OG, dude. The one I always reach for. It's been there when I've been down. It's been there when I've been up. Fruit Punch.
Red one.
You gotta go red, dude. A red Gatorade is just so good, bro.
It's all right.
I love red Gatorade, dude. I love it. So that's my number 1.
All right, back to you, Colt. What you got?
What's your number 2 overall? What's your second round pick?
It didn't go first round. I thought it would. I like the Fierce Grape. I like the Green Apple, but I have to go Cool Blue.
Nah, Cool Blue's overrated. It gives a fucking weird aftertaste for me.
I like Cool Blue.
I don't like Cool Blue.
Well, Cool Blue doesn't like
I used to
I know
like
it doesn't. It gives
Glacier
me a weird
Freeze.
aftertaste.
What?
Remember when we used to love the white Glacier Freeze?
Yeah.
Glacier Cherry. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's overrated now.
It is not overrated.
All right. So, okay. I don't know. You're the rule maker, so I don't know if we can do this.
Okay.
There's a Powerade one that I will buy
Gatorade.
10 times out of 10. Dang it.
Gatorade only here. You can honorable mention the Powerade afterwards, but we're gonna start with just Gatorades.
Fine. I gotta go. I'll go with Glacier Cherry.
God damn it! That was my fucking pick. Shit! Colt, fuck you. You gave him the idea.
We're brothers. Of course we know.
Fuck. I gotta think of some here. Hang on. Isn't there a...
Colt, you're not on the screen there, bub.
Yeah.
What was it called? Oh, the strawberry watermelon Gatorade. Mm-hmm. Right? That's my next pick, bro. That's a fucking banger.
You didn't mean to tell me cucumber lime didn't make the list?
I hate cucumber lime. It's ass.
I tried it once and was like, nah, absolutely not.
I saw this one thing. I can't fucking remember what it was. But it was like the cucumber lime Gatorade mixed with something, and it makes it taste like nothing.
So I was gonna ask if anyone has had the mashups, because I've heard of like hype around them and stuff. The Gatorade mashups where you combine 2 flavors.
I have not.
Oh.
I can't quite see it. Okay. Never heard of that.
I'm gonna have 2 honorable mentions. One honorable mention is Chris Schaff's concoctions that he would make.
the Persian elephant piss or whatever.
Yeah, leprechaun piss. Yeah.
Yep, that he did always.
Those
make
were
some
good.
Stuff. He'd only mix like 2 flavors together.
Right, but they were good.
They were good. It was the amounts that he did. Chris Schaff's were always good. Thank you, Chris. Shout out Chris Schaff.
That one, and then the Powerade one is strawberry lemonade. One of the best ones.
That is a good one.
Best I guess sports drinks. If I see it at the like, gas station or something, I'm getting it.
Can we take a moment to mention how good a just normal blue Powerade is, though, bro? Dude, a blue Powerade is just on a different level of fucking. It's fucking so good. I don't like the red Powerade.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't like red Powerade.
I don't like any of the regular Powerades. I just like the strawberry lemonade one.
I like the Powerade Zeros actually a lot.
I choose Gatorade 100% of the time over Powerade.
100%, bro. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. So back when Kroger had Powerades for 89 cents, I'd get Powerade. But now that they're like only a 20-cent difference between Powerade and Gatorade, I just fucking get Gatorade.
Right.
I have an honorable mention.
When?
So, all
right. Go ahead, Colt.
So if I go to a gas station, this is probably what I'm gonna get. It's a strawberry kiwi Gator Light, like the Pedialyte Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Colt likes those Gator Lights.
The Gator Lights, they're really good, but I can only drink like half of them at a time. They're just like real, because they are just a Pedialyte. I mean, they're super lit up with electrolytes. But I do enjoy them.
You got an honorable mention, Tyler?
I said the blue Powerade. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Let me think here. Have you ever had? I think isn't there like a sour apple Gatorade?
Yeah, I think I had it. I think it's pretty good.
I remember that one being really
it.
good. I think that's a good honorable mention. That's a rare one, but I'll take it. So just because we hadn't wrapped it out yet, that was this week's ear shitting me.
And more.
And more. All right, everyone. That was this week's Ear Shit Me, sponsored to you in part by Charmin Ultrasoft, Chico's Bail Bonds, and South Central Louisiana State University. Not actually sponsored by Charmin Ultrasoft, Chico's Bail Bonds, or South Central Louisiana State University. Yeah. Go Mud Dogs.
And our top 2 segment.
Huh? Oh,
so
and our top 3 was in there as well.
Segment.
Yep, our top 3 seconds. Nope, they did not sponsor that part. That part is up for sponsorship. So if you'd like to sponsor the episode, reach out.
Open availability.
We're open and not picky, unlike Shitter Sanders.
I was gonna say something like that
too. We'll take what we can get.
Yes, we will. For the most part, I'm not gonna let some like weird stuff sponsor us. I don't know. Alex, you want to be sponsored by, like, Playtex?
If anybody's willing to give us money, I don't care who it
is. Fair. All right. Anyone else got anything from today's episode? Anything at all we can think of?
No, we just got to get Colt on here more frequently.
Yeah, we'll have to do another Shooting the Shit episode with him every once in a while, just for fun.
Get a little info on the pitch types.
Yep.
The mind behind Colt Smith.
Yep. We could do an episode like that. It'd be fun. We could get him and Nick on at the same time.
I was just thinking him and Nick.
I mean, it could be fun to get together on here. So we do hopefully have some special guests coming your guys' way. Oh, go ahead, Alex.
We didn't put it. Well, I don't know if you put it on our socials, but Nick, our friend, got drafted.
Oh yeah, our friend Nick did get drafted into the Frontier League, to the Washington Wildcats. Right now, they're the Wildcats.
Wild Things.
Are they the Wild Things?
Yes.
Okay.
I already looked up. They come down to Florence.
Dude, I looked at it, and both weekends I'm gone.
Haha, I'll be here.
I'm pissed, bro. I'm actually really fucking mad.
I'm going to every game.
Are you actually?
Maybe.
You might as well. They're probably like $6 to get in.
Yeah, they're fun. I really.
You gotta come up for an Indians game. I haven't made an Indians game yet.
Last time I went was with Matt when I was still in college.
Well, you got to go with me now.
Yeah, I say you're probably hanging out with Liv or something. Nerd.
Probably.
What a nerd.
Yeah, I was hanging out with women. My bad, bro.
Yeah, who does that?
Or woman, I guess.
Right, Cole?
Yeah, Cole would know anything about hanging out with women.
Yeah.
Just men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colt, how's the dating game going?
As his grandma says, he's playing the field.
So, wait, hang on. I'm going to take a line from Big X the Plug from your favorite song, Alex. There's fish in the sea, but he's stuck in the pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a banger of a line from that song, bro. Isn't it? You know what song that is, right?
It's All the Way.
That's on All the Way.
Oh, I like that song.
Ooh, I just farted.
All right. Now it's not okay. Time to wrap it up.
Oh God! Oh God!
Yep.
End it. Oh God! All right, everyone. Well, that is our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, as we do always appreciate you spending your time with us. We will have a new episode for you guys every Wednesday morning at 4 a.m. right here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please be sure to like the episode and give us a rating, as it does help to grow the show. Comment down below any suggestions you have. And you can also check us out on our social medias, in which Alex will tell you right here, right now.
Our Instagram, 2 Guys 1 Week. Our TikTok, 2 Guys 1 Week Pod. X, TGOWpod. YouTube, 2 Guys 1 Week.
You will see the same fucking pictures you see for us. It'll be the picture of Alex and I with our face with the neon sign says 2 Guys 1 Week. Hard to miss. Go ahead and give us a follow there. Comment ideas, because starting next week we'll be back to normal episodes. We believe, unless the special guest that we've talked about might still be coming on. We're trying to figure that out. Hopefully he comes on at some point. We'd love to have him. So yeah. So comment ideas for the TGOW top 3 and the what's the other one? The what would you do? The what would you do segments. Go ahead and comment ideas for those. If we like it, we'll put you on the show and shout you out. If we don't like it, we won't. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.